Chief Seats episode number, I believe, 61. We have Bryce. We have Dalton. That's the whole crew today. We were talking about golf.
Yeah, for like 20 minutes there.
So if we can try to remember what we were talking about here.
Well, speaking of golf,
we were like, "Fuck, we probably should be recording
yeah,
this because
well,
this is
speaking
actually
of golf,
good."
the Masters actually start tomorrow.
Are you a big Masters guy?
I'm a big golf guy. I like watching golf.
Yeah, I'd say you're probably the biggest golf guy out of anyone that goes on this podcast.
Yeah, well, my uncle watches it, and he's a bigger golf guy than me, so
yeah,
he watches the podcast.
Is that where you?
The Masters is like the NBA championship of golf.
Well, I know that. I know the Masters is like the big golf thing, but like, are you a fan of the Masters and a fan of golf because your uncle is? Like, it's something that's been passed down, or like
I'd say
your family. It's big in your family, or
fuck no. I'd say he's the one that got me into it for sure. Because like he kind of, my dad used to work a lot, and whenever he came down, he used to, came up, he would always bring cool shit, and like, I was always interested, and he'd show me how golf shit, and it's just, I don't know, it just kind of caught on. I don't know. I tried it one day, I'm like, yeah, it's not half bad. And then,
The one time I went with Dalton, it was fun. I liked it.
It's enjoyable.
We had a great time.
Yeah. We played, it's a set of 9 holes there, and we played it through twice because the guy said, who owned the, nice guy who owns the country club there, or the golf course, and he was just like, yeah, you guys can come back and play a free round if you want. And like, he was a good guy. He was just letting us have a good time. We both absolutely sucked. We stopped counting strokes. Like by the second hole, we were like, yeah, we're going to not be doing good.
Shout out to my mother for knowing everyone in that little town.
Yeah, right. It's beneficial for that, but I don't know. I probably gotta get out and golf more. I gotta buy golf clubs. It's one of those things where like you have so much hobbies, and then like adding another hobby on top of it's like tough to deal with.
Well, this hobby is a hobby that you'll have for the rest of your life.
Yeah, it's true. I gotta get into
I can video game the rest of my life. Trust me.
I gotta get into my.
Yeah, good luck when you have kids and shit. When you have a wife and kids, you just be like, hey, I was planning today to go golfing with the boys. Whole day gone golfing. Don't even have to worry about it.
I feel like the stereotype used to be that golf is like an old person sport. I don't think it's like that anymore, honestly.
No, it's a young person sport.
A lot of young guys talk golf now. Like I hear a lot of dudes, like college guys, go out and golf all the time.
Oh fuck it! Well, because like they can actually. I don't even know why it became a thing, but I'd say it's probably because some of the courses are cheaper now.
Yeah.
They become a little bit more lax, on like all the rules and shit. Like it used to be, you had to have pants and you had to wear, button up shirt and shit. Now it's just like if you got a polo, golf shorts, and
basically got to have a collared shirt, and that's about it.
Yeah, even some courses don't even care if you have a collared shirt.
Yeah, it's true. Like some really small courses don't even care if you're wearing a collared shirt or anything. And
well, it depends on I know a course back in Michigan, and if you have, I think it's the Tiger Woods shirt because it's a golf shirt, but it doesn't have a collar on it. They let you wear it because it's.
Well, it makes sense.
Like a golf shirt or whatever, but like as long as it looks somewhat athletic,
right?
Really give a shit.
You can't go golfing out there in PJs.
I saw somebody do it once. It was a pretty shitty course.
Watch me.
Yeah, it's got to be a shitty course for that.
PJs and sandals.
I remember when we went out, like it was so like the first round of 9 we went out and did. It was so like crappy out where like the course was so wet that there was like spots where the ground would like move and like a waterbed. You'd take your fucking club and stab it in water and start spewing out of the ground. Dude. Not the greatest well kept course, but it was fun. Well, regardless.
So. To be fair, you're not really supposed to smash those bubbles.
Fuck it,
They're supposed to naturally.
I didn't see a sign.
Yeah,
I didn't see a sign telling me not to.
I mean, I still am a fucking amateur to golf, but
all 3 of us are amateurs.
Oh yeah,
I'm a well developed amateur.
Yeah, like you got leaps and bounds ahead of me and him. I'd say.
And that's kind of scary to say because my uncle's seen my golf game and
not the prettiest or what.
If you guys are saying I'm pretty halfway decent at golf, he's thinking, wow, these guys suck at golf.
You make him look like Tiger Woods. You can only imagine
what we look like.
Pretty much. No, my uncle's a pretty good golfer.
Yeah, that's fair. Not too bad. Not too bad.
Huh? I kill the ball every time. I'm a good golfer. I
Yeah,
just kill the
just
ball every
swing
time.
for the fences. There you go.
Yeah. Over the mountains.
Trust me, I
Yeah.
get the distance. I get the distance.
I feel like a lot of
Give me
people
a
like
few
going
swings.
golfing too because they like driving the golf carts.
Yeah, it's always fun when you drive a golf cart. It
Facts.
feels like
And some people just go
Put me
golfing
behind
because
the
they
wheel.
want to go there. They want to get hammered and then, drive around a golf cart.
yeah, that's right. I can actually drink this year.
Legalized drunk
Me
driving.
too.
That's all I'm saying. It's what
Let's
it
not
is.
legalize that. Let's not.
No, I'm saying, but on a golf course, it's
contained drunk driving.
legalized drunk driving.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I've
So
seen
it
some
makes it okay.
people that are bombed. I'm like,
Crash the cart.
there's no way you should be driving at all. Even a golf cart that goes maybe 5 mile an hour, 10 mile an hour. There's no way.
Well, don't people do that on like campsites all the time? They just get bombed at their campsite and go drive around like the campground on their fucking golf cart.
Depending on if it's a state campground, you can actually get a
Can you
ticket
get in
for
trouble for that?
Yeah, you can actually get in
Yeah.
trouble. At least in Michigan. I know I remember there's a guy, he hit a tree with his truck. He just barely tapped it. Like nothing's wrong with his truck.
Yeah.
Not even a dent in the truck. But like he did it right next to the DNR, and they like gave him a whole bunch of shit, and then they did a breathalyzer on him and shit, and yeah, he got a DUI in the middle
Wow.
of the woods.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Damn,
I guess
blow
that's the
tubes.
game. That's the rules, though. I mean,
Well, to be fair, you did it in front of basically a state cop. They have more jurisdiction than the state police,
right?
so
Pretty much. That's kind of nutty, but
yeah.
we got to go camping too. That's always fun.
Yeah, we actually have to plan the trip this year. We can't just say we're gonna do it.
Well, it's got to be
it's
got to be at a good time, and it's got to somehow line up with my off days. So we'll have to see.
same with
But,
Mason.
Yeah, exactly. It's tough with, once everyone grows up and gets a job, it's kind of hard to line everything up. But
Yeah.
I remember we went like 2 years ago, and then we got to the campsite. Then Dalton and Braden got in the truck and drove off to go like check us in, and we were just left there with
Yeah. We had to drive.
Oh, we had the cooler,
miles.
we had the drinks, but we didn't have we had from my work I got one of those like pop up like tent things that
Yeah, you just had a little pop up tent.
Yeah,
like tailgate tents.
yeah, like one of those that my boss lended to me for the trip, and like all our other shit too, and they like dropped us off with the cooler and then took off and like, all right, we'll be back. It's like 80 degrees out. We're just fucking sitting in the sun dying. We ended up just going for a walk at the end.
Doesn't have a lake.
No, there's a lake. It's a very small lake though.
But we had
Is it?
everyone's we had all the food, we had all the luggage.
Oh
the
yeah,
tents.
they had all the shit. We like literally got dropped off just with the cooler and us. And that was it. And then we were just like
Chairs?
no chairs.
What?
There's a picnic table on the set or on the site. And that was it. And we like waited for them to come back. We were like sitting there dying in the heat.
Yeah,
I'm
because the
surprised you didn't
check-in
find us like
spot
burnt to death.
is the place you check in at from our like little set, because it's a campground that had multiple camping sections. We had to drive 10 minutes to get to check in, only for them to tell us, "Oh, you guys didn't have to check in if you prepaid."
Yeah, so
we
they
drove there for no reason.
did all that for nothing. that was real fun.
Ay, caramba.
But they came back. We got everything set up, and it was a good time. So gotta do that again. We got to fish that
Because I
little
think it
lake too.
I think Jairus, you and me in one vehicle.
Yeah, it was. You and me rode up. Braden left his blinker on his truck on the highway for like a good 10 minutes straight, dude. Just I sent him a Snapchat video. I'm like, hey, asshole, your blinker.
Hey, asshole, your blinker's on. It's like that.
Me and Jarrett were reciting SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Your blinker's been on for the last 4 blocks.
Yeah, that's a classic right there. Oh, yeah. But no, that was a good time. Yeah, so maybe I'll have to get into golf. I already got hobbies of motorcycles or expensive hobby. Fishing is, I want to get to fishing a lot this year too, and that's going to be expensive.
I might, if I figure out
We got to go.
If I figure out a garage situation, I might just buy a little shit beater boat.
Just bank fish, dude, like I do.
I like the bank fish, but
take Braden's little John boat.
I was say, doesn't he have a motorized John boat?
I don't think he's got a motor.
Because I gave him
does
the
he?
motor. Yeah, he does.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's me and my
I have a
grandfather.
trailer
We
hitch
built
on
a
my
motor.
car, so I just got to make sure that I have a light hookup
then
for
you're
it.
set. Yeah.
Because if I have a light hookup for it, we should be good.
Yeah.
But it's low enough, though.
Kayak.
Well, I don't have a kayak. I do have a rough rack.
Buy one.
I'm not,
Kayaks are cheaper than boats.
where am I gonna put the kayak? I have no storage unit
You
right
just
now.
said you
remember?
got a rough wreck.
I'm not
Leave it on the
leaving-
top of
Yeah, let me drive around all somewhere with a goddamn
on the
kayak
top of
on
his
the top.
car.
Honestly,
does it
I
affect?
bet you my mom would probably just let me borrow hers for like a couple weeks.
Think that'd help you pull at the bar at all?
Hey, look at this kayak.
Got a kayak. We could go down to the river if you
Yeah, you want me to go catch you some brook trout? I'll catch you some brook trout, maybe a rainbow trout.
There you go. You gotta
Watch
get a,
out for them brown trout, though.
you gotta get a 2-seater kayak too, so you can be like, oh, come on, let's go right now.
Let's just get in a canoe already. Let's dump it and
Yeah, there you go. You know, have the whole canoe. That'd be crazy having
Bryce's
a canoe on
night
top
out
of your car.
is taking her in a 2-person kayak for some catch and cook.
Yeah, dude. That's like romantic. That's like you know, in Italy when they like go
It's
through the
been-
canals and then they got the one guy like
Venice. You mean Venice?
Yeah, when the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie. That's gonna be Bryce. Just
No.
get a kayak though.
Yeah, in the Midwest. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got
They're gonna
a
get
bag of combos. really,
Your appetizers, my lady.
really romantic. You know,
The pizza flavor.
so
it's a fine. It's a fine cuisine. All right.
It's a delicacy.
Yeah.
They've been sitting in my
They're gonna be
bag all day.
floating.
They're half crushed open, so you might get a pretzel, or you might just get a bit of cheese.
Stale.
Yeah, they're kind of stale.
Oh, look
You
at
might
this.
just buy them.
4 months out of date. That's
Yikes.
awesome. I'm sure
yeah,
it's
just
fine.
think about it, Bryce. You guys will be floating out there. You want to make it romantic? You'll pull out the candle, but it's gonna be one of those fucking mosquito candles. You know,
Hey, man, it's a double whammy, honestly.
There you go.
dude, they
Give her a-
smell good. I ain't gonna lie.
Give her one of those like beekeeper hats.
Dude, honestly though, I agree with Dalton. The mosquito candles, like the tiki torch candles and stuff,
Yeah.
smell pretty good. I
They
don't
smell
mind them.
good.
It reminds me of summer.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't
It is
work, but at
a
least they
nice
smell
smell
good.
for summer, you know.
No, they work sometimes. You're better off just lighting a fire though. Lighting a fire and then getting them hot enough to where they
Get
won't come by
the
you.
tiki torches. Ooh, ha, ooh.
Or you just get a fucking netted tent like Jarrett brought on the camping trip.
I did. I still had that. We we played poker in that. We had just had a netted tent. And
Yeah, that worked pretty good.
it actually did work pretty good. I wish it was a little bigger, but I forget how much we spent on it. I think I spent like
Probably 100 bucks.
80, 90. So
Hmm.
but it wasn't bad. I mean, it was enough for like 4 of us to sit in there and play poker. So
Yeah.
I'm
That's
gonna
great.
live with it. So who knows? Maybe we got to bring
Hey,
that up
Hey,
again.
don't talk too much about that. Bryce might start crying.
Poker or what? Is that the bit?
Because remember, Bryce didn't come to the poker trip,
Oh,
that camping trip. Bryce and
camping
Mason,
trip,
they
yeah.
were both having a fit.
Yeah, was it me and Dyson? Right?
Dyson didn't go
Mason.
either. No,
No, Dyson wasn't there
Mason-
either.
Yeah,
Mason
but
wasn't there
Dyson
either.
didn't really care. It was
Yeah,
you and
oh, there was-
Mason.
I was pissed
Okay.
off because
yeah,
no one told me about it until like the week before, and
yeah, it's not a good notice.
no, and like I didn't have I couldn't get off
Yeah,
because you guys did it on like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
yeah.
No, Friday, Saturday, and leave Sunday. You guys left work early Friday. I'm like, well, I can't leave work early Friday.
Yeah,
you know?
I just had off that Friday. I think I took
I was
off
gonna say, I
for
feel
it.
like Jared and I, we just took off.
Yeah,
Well, like I can't just like take off.
yeah,
Like I was new at my job at that point, so it's like, hey, I'm going camping.
yeah. That's tough too.
So
I don't know if we did it again. I think I probably might be able to like try to get off for a Friday. I don't really know how that would work though, just because everything's kind of different now with my schedule. But
well, I gotta see how much PTO I have. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'd probably take like an extra long weekend. I'd take off like a Thursday, Friday.
I know I already got like predetermined weeks off, but like I don't know, maybe I can swap that time or something. But who knows? That's besides the point. So
Yeah.
So in NFL news, I mean, we're kind of
Yeah, off the side
Into the
tangent
actual
here.
video.
Yeah, into the actual news.
into the actual news. The Packers, dude, they're going to Brazil week 1 to play the Eagles. How do you feel about that? I feel like
Crazy.
that's cool.
I feel like it's pretty cool too. I'm gonna be interested on where are they gonna play in like Brazil's soccer stadium or what?
It's got to be like some type of soccer stadium converted to a football field for the game, I'm guessing. But it's really unique. They never went to Brazil before, and can you believe that? Like, apparently, 12% of Brazil's population of NFL fans are Packers fans. What is the connection there? I want to know. Like,
Maybe it's just the
How
green
the
and
hell does
gold.
that work?
yeah,
thing.
that's
gotta
my
find-
guess. Like, it's got to be the colors since the Brazil flag is, yellow, yellow, blue, and green.
It's
And
mainly green and yellow.
yeah, and the Packers are also green and yellow, green and gold, whatever you want to say. So I don't know if this is ever going to reach anyone from Brazil, but like, what's the connection there of why did they like the Packers so much in Brazil? I mean, it's cool. It's just like, it doesn't make any sense. So, like a nice, warm, tropical place like that, you know, in the South America.
One of the coldest, shittiest places in the winter.
Yeah, like loves a place where the population is super small. It's the smallest population in all the NFL. Yeah. And it's cold and shitty and nothing really to do except football and drink beer.
Ice fish. Can't forget about ice fishing.
Ice fish. Well, you drink beer and watch football.
And eat cheese curds.
There you go. We have culture.
It's not that different than I know a couple people from Hawaii said a lot of people in Hawaii are Giants fans.
Why? Why Giants fans?
At least be like the Chargers or something, like in California.
Right. I thought maybe it'd be like a coastal city. Oh, like wrong coast. I thought they'd be like a West Coast fan, you know.
For Christ's sakes, be a fucking Seattle fan.
Like a 49ers fan would make sense.
49ers would make great sense.
Yeah. Be like a Rams fan.
Everyone I talk to that I around here that are from Hawaii, they all just say that they're Giants fans, like their whole families are, and there's a lot of people from there. And I was like, how the hell? I should have asked him how the hell that works. And he's just like, I just grew up. Everyone was like a Giants fan. It's just kind of like a thing over there. I was like, that makes no sense.
Yeah, that is really weird.
That is weird.
You know what I forget too sometimes that I think you just did before? I forget the Chargers play in Los Angeles. I still think they play in San Diego every now and then. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. They moved to Los Angeles.
Well, like the St. Louis Rams too.
Yeah, the Rams are a little easier just because it was like so much farther of a move to go from St. Louis to Los Angeles, and they did like a whole branding change too, where the Chargers didn't really do a whole lot. They got like more modernized look, but they didn't really change any of the core elements. Like the colors didn't really change that much. The logo was pretty similar.
I like the old Rams uniforms.
You like the the navy blue and the gold. I don't know, man.
Todd Gurley, baby.
I don't think it's that good. I feel like it's one of those things where it's like we only like it because it's nostalgic.
No, I genuinely liked it.
Remember when they came to Los Angeles and they had like the white horns on their helmet and then the white face mask with like the mismatched uniform? That was ugly as hell. That was it
was really bad.
Disgusting shit.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, but I don't know. Cool that the Packers are big in Brazil, so hopefully the Packers can beat the Eagles week 1 in Brazil.
Yeah.
They won't.
Yeah, right. They might actually win.
The Eagles kind of, no. I have faith in our Packers because think about it.
Carolina clean sweep.
Yeah, fucking right. You guys will clean sweep of never winning a game.
Losses. Facts.
You guys are going 0-16 this year.
Gotta take the wins when you got them.
I guess
we're consistent.
In the wrong regard, I'm consistent. I'm consistently sucking.
Yeah, consistently.
Gotta take a few steps back, to go forward.
You guys have been taking a lot of steps back. You guys have been backpedaling since 2015. Holy shit!
I'd say 2016.
Hey,
yeah,
we'll get there. It'll make a full loop.
I guess so. We just gotta wait long enough. Dog's going nuts upstairs. All right.
Puppy.
I doubt it does. But Rashee Rice warrant out for his arrest. We kind of touched on this, I think, last week or the week before some. But
I don't know why he wouldn't just go in.
Well, Cam Sutton turned himself in last week. Why doesn't Rashee Rice do the same thing?
Fuck.
He's got money. Why don't you just
what?
Accept it? Rashee Rice, wide receiver for the Chiefs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Last week, or the week before that, he was involved in a street racing crash in his Lamborghini, where apparently
it was a Corvette.
I heard it was a Lamborghini, actually.
It's not a Lamborghini. I've seen the video. It's a Corvette.
Okay, Lamborghini, Corvette, whatever it was. And he fled from the scene, and he was wanted by police, and now he officially has warrants out for his arrest. 8 counts against him, 8 charges.
I was to say, isn't it weren't they all reckless driving and shit?
Probably. I'm not sure. I didn't look at what the records.
I didn't look at the charges either. I didn't actually.
So then
I just saw in Sleeper.
Cam Sutton involved in the same thing?
No, he His was like domestic abuse or something. Like he hit his girlfriend or something, and then he fled from the police. Everyone
hell?
thought he died, and then he turned himself in.
That
And
one's not as well. I'd say it's probably not as well covered as
no,
the Rasheed Rice thing, because I think it's just because Rasheed Rice just won the Super Bowl and shit.
yeah, Rasheed Rice is a little more of a star than Cam Sutton is, and then maybe and Rasheed Rice had a pretty good like playoff run too. So
Mm.
kind of crazy. If I'm Pat Mahomes, I'm like punching the air right now, like screaming into a pillow because
Yeah, I think
my best receiver is a dumbass.
Yeah, as I say, best receivers, dumbass, probably not playing next season.
Yeah,
Travis Kelce, I don't see him. I honestly don't think he's gonna do too well
I
next
think he's
season.
falling off this next year.
I think the horse is going down. I think the bandwagon's breaking down.
Yeah, he's got to slow down soon enough. What is he like?
Well,
Almost 35. He's gonna be like
last
mid
season
30s.
he did good in the start of the season, and then as the season kept going on, he kept
Yeah.
playing worse and worse and worse.
Right.
You know, like he wasn't targeted a whole lot. He wasn't the juggernaut that he was in years prior.
Yeah, and I think like most teams too, they realize that to stop the Chiefs' offense and cause struggles, you need to
stop
stop Travis Kelce. If that requires you to double him, if that requires for like a DN to chip him off the line or something, but
something to knock him off
just
course.
just kind of throw him off rhythm. But you need to stop Travis Kelce is like the first focal point of stopping the Chiefs' offense.
Yeah,
And when you do that, I mean, it doesn't always prove that you're going to be able to stop him completely, but it's a good start.
it
So
helps.
yeah. And Rasheed Rice, if he's not going to be in the picture next year per se, then you got issues because he was their best receiver this year by far. So
Oh, you know, it wasn't Kadarius Tooney,
yeah,
Looney Tooney,
Butterfinger Tony. That guy's ass.
Looney Tooney.
Is he? He's not on the roster anymore. Is he? He got cut,
He
right?
got cut right after the Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure.
Wong Tigers. Meow, meow. Pull out that Shaq clip. It's like you got the random wheel.
Should we just start? I don't know how hard that is to insert memes in the middle of the podcast, but
Maybe possible. I
I
don't know.
was gonna say I see people where it's like, editor, do this clip right here. It's just like
Yeah,
cuts to the clip or meme or whatever.
I'd have to try it maybe, but yeah. Then we're about 22 minutes in, so now I have not really a game, but a reflection, if you will. It's draft
Fuck, I
season.
suck at this stuff.
The NFL draft starts in 2 weeks. And I wanted to take a look back at the top 20 picks from our fantasy football draft last year and kind of reflect and give a letter grade on each of these picks and then go from there. So I want
Well, shit, we're gonna start with mine first, then, eh? 1-1.
Yes, you were the 1-1 last year, Bryce. If I could pull this up and then do that, I'm gonna make sure Dalton is still seen in there. Okay, good. So first pick last year.
Cover me.
First pick last year. Bryce, you took CMC. First overall pick.
That is A plus. A plus right there.
I would give you an A plus. I think
there's no reason it should be anything lower than
because
an A.
he finished as the RB1, didn't he? Yep, RB1.
He is. Well, look at his fucking points throughout the year.
Yeah, well, he had an insane year regardless.
First week 18, 20, 20. He had
projection. 20, yeah, right here 22, 29. Oh, PPR. This is what we want. 25, 22, 22, 48.
Yeah. Like the man's a goddamn animal.
41 against Arizona. Like yeah, that's a pretty easy pick to give A plus, and I'm assuming you're probably going to keep him next year. Wow, maybe not.
No, fuck
maybe
yeah,
not.
I am. You shitting me?
Yeah.
Why would I give up CMC?
Yeah, that's definitely worth a first round draft pick too, especially since you're going to pick at the 110 now this year.
Yeah.
That's insane.
But at least
value.
I go back to back.
Yeah, it's true. So you'll have CMC at the end of the first round, and whoever you basically get
first
pick of the second round. It's basically 2 first round picks with one being CMC at the tail end. So it's insane value.
Yeah.
But next up after that was Devin picking Devontae Adams. Now, I didn't love this pick at the time it happened, and reflecting back on this months later, I still don't like the pick.
No, it started out bad.
Yeah,
got a little bit. There was a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, and then the tunnel collapsed.
He finished as wide receiver 14, so I guess it wasn't as bad as I thought, but
He did not have a spectacular, not as good of a season as he did the year before.
not worth taking at the second overall pick. And
God no. He's
you gotta-
probably a third round, fourth round.
you got to commend Devin because I mean it was his first year playing fantasy.
Hey, we
and
still got to do that thing to him.
Oh yeah, we got to try to find time. Well, it's hard when he lives far away now, but it was his first year playing fantasy and also his only year playing fantasy because I don't think he plans on playing next year. Just didn't really get into it. Is what it is though. But Davante Adams not a great pick. That was the name value pick Davante Adams was.
Yeah.
So and he was like, "Oh, Davante Adams is good. Take him second overall." So is what it is. I would give that pick maybe a C minus. C minus.
I'll give it a solid C. I'm fine with a
I was
C.
gonna give it. I was gonna say I was gonna go solid C.
Okay, that's
not bad.
understandable. Yeah. Then Dyson picked Travis Kelce at number 3 overall.
Looking back on it, little early.
Yeah, I think he picked Travis Kelce first because he was supposed to be the tight end 1, and like at the start of the year,
like the season before, he did have a good season.
he
He had a
did.
great season.
And like when I remember when we were drafting last year, there was a like clear gap between how good Travis Kelce was and the rest of the tight end field. Like there was a noticeable difference. And looking back now, I mean, Travis Kelce just wasn't really all that he was kind of hyped up to be last year. And
Did he finish tight end 1?
he finished tight end 3. I
Who was
remember.
tight end 1?
Probably Hawkinson. I'm assuming.
Maybe Marky Mark.
No, I think Marky Mark was hurt sometime last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, he got
Might have been.
hurt, but I didn't know.
I'm pretty sure Hawkinson finished tight end.
Oh,
1.
fuck. Yeah, I'm stupid. It was TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah, but Travis Kelce, I mean, he's a safe tight end pick. Maybe not for number 3 overall.
I would say that could probably be his third pick, maybe round 3.
I think Travis Kelce would be gone before round. I think late round 2, Travis Kelce would be gone. Like next year, I think Travis Kelce is gone by late round 2.
I think I don't know. I feel like Dyson's probably just going to keep him, honestly.
He could. I mean, it's
Because
not a bad idea.
Looking at his team, he gave me DJ Moore,
Yeah.
and I think Keenan Allen's gone. He might keep Hurts. It's either Hurts or Kelce, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's his 2 keepers.
I think so. I would probably give the Travis Kelce pick a B minus, I think.
I'll agree with you. B minus.
Because it's not the worst pick in the
I'll go
world.
B.
No, but
You go B.
he could
Yeah.
have got something better.
Yeah, but definitely at that position, probably could have did better. All right, Dalton, number 4th overall.
Austin Eckler.
F.
You picked Austin Eckler. Honestly, he did not finish well this year. I know he did
No.
not.
Yo.
31.
RB 31. I'll give you a D minus.
I'll give you
F.
I'll give you a solid D for dumbass. I'm not going to give you the minus.
Half.
Yeah.
I give it F for failure.
This is another one of those players that had a great
Like me.
season before and then played like dog shit this year.
I think something was wrong with Eckler this year. I think he was hurt.
As I say, wasn't
Well, yeah,
he trying to battle?
He played like the first half of it, the first week 1, and then he was out for 3 weeks, and then was only getting half snaps for the rest of the season.
I remember when they were playing the Packers and he had that long run, everyone was clowning him for how slow he was going.
Yeah.
Like looked like he was moving in slow motion, and I think he was probably hurt in that clip, and that's why he was moving so slow. But I think that kind of put a hinder on his whole season last year. So yeah, I'd probably give you a D minus on that one. I mean, what do you do though? In hindsight, like it's tough to be like, oh, terrible pick. But
yeah.
then number 5, Greg took Saquon Barkley. Now I forget I feel like Saquon actually had a decent
He
year.
did halfway decent.
Where did he finish? RB 13. It's not bad, honestly.
Top 20.
Yeah, top 20 finish for Saquon.
And for what the Giants were, you got to give them credit.
Yeah, I would probably give him a B plus.
I'll give him a B minus.
I'm pretty sure he traded Saquon away, didn't he, this year?
I think he traded him at some point with Dyson.
Hey, and I know Greg listens to this too. Greg was having a whole bitch fest one night when we were at
he's like, I
Dyson's.
should have traded Saquon.
He's like, I don't want Saquon. He's a fucking bum. All he does is get hurt. He gets hurt over and over again. And then I think Cameron traded Joe Mixon to him like right away.
Yeah.
And they did
He
that.
popped off.
Yeah, he popped off.
God damn it.
So he's like, I'm never drafting. I'm never picking up Saquon again. He was not happy about that. I think he still doesn't like Saquon, but I'd give it a B plus at the time because Saquon was actually kind of decent. But what would you give it, Dalton?
I give Saquon an A-. I'll put him up there.
A-. Oh,
Pretty
all right.
nice. Okay. Then at pick 6, Cooper picked Nick Chubb. Brutal injury last year. Yikes.
Oh, is he even going to come back this year?
I have no idea what his time frame is. I would imagine there's no way he can be ready for the start of the season this year.
I mean, he got hurt, halfway through? What week did he get hurt?
Week 2 he got hurt.
2?
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
And
shit,
then-
he had plenty of time. Didn't he go into surgery like the week after that or that week?
I have no idea. I don't know what the recovery time is either. I mean, his leg literally went from like this to like fucking this.
Well, yeah, we
so-
all saw the clip.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the Nick Chubb pick is going to have to be an F. But
It could have been
it's
so much
not
better.
Cooper's fault that it's an
No, it's not.
F. I see the vision in that pick. It's just
Now,
that,
if we're going off of week 1, great pick.
yeah.
Week 2, even a great pick. Until he got hurt.
The vision was there. That's what it was. The vision was there, but
Yeah, he was a
got hurt.
fucking animal the season before that.
Well, yeah, he's a monster. I think I forget what he finished the year before. I know he was probably like top 5 running back.
Mm-hmm.
So
Easily.
it made sense. But then after that was Nick's pick, but Nick did not have a pick until the 7th round, I believe. So Cooper picked again, and he picked Cooper Kupp. Not a great pick.
I'm gonna go C minus on that one.
Give him a
Hey.
D+.
Puka kind of took over.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go D plus with Dalton on that one because it's just that Cooper Kupp had such a good year before, but then he really kind of fell off this year. Like he
got hurt too.
he battled with injury. Puka really kind of took a lot of his shares. Matt Stafford wasn't really.
Throwing it to him.
Yeah, he also wasn't really the offense didn't seem like it clicked as much as it should have. I mean, they made the playoffs at the end of the year. They kind of had a late push, but
Yeah.
it was not the year. It was not what we saw from Cooper Kupp in like the 2 previous seasons. So I would give it a D plus. It wasn't great. Then at pick 8, Mason picked Derrick Henry, which I don't
That
really
was a pretty
remember, but I
Derrick Henry
feel
did
like
pretty
that
good.
wasn't a bad pick. How the fuck can I scroll this
He
over
was
somehow?
Derrick Henry throughout the
Not
season is
that
very
way.
up and down with his points.
I think it's on the.
It's gotta be on the bottom somewhere, huh? Remember?
We're trying to slide it over, but it's not really working.
I can just put full screen for now and take
Yeah.
a look.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, so Derrick Henry.
Finished 5th. I was gonna say he did pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's a good pick then. I think I would go ahead and give
I'm gonna
that
give him
pick.
a B minus just because he did good and then he had kind of rough weeks.
Yeah, I was
He
going to go
wasn't
B
super
because like,
consistent.
he was very fluctuation with his
I'm gonna give it
points.
an A. I like it. I like the Derrick Henry pick. I mean, a lot of people thought he was gonna fall off this year, and he actually was pretty decent. So
So I'm actually kind of scared on what he's gonna do on the
Ravens.
Ravens.
Oh, he's gonna be crazy this year. But
David
like,
Lamar, dude, game over.
are people still gonna push the narrative of like, oh, Derrick Henry's too old now. He's gonna fall off.
I
Oh,
think,
really?
Ravens
I think,
People are
offense?
petty.
I think he showed what he was capable of last season.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Then with pick number 9, Cameron took Bijan Robinson.
Honestly, not his fault. At the time, great pick.
I'll tell you what, it's an F, baby. That was.
I'm gonna agree with an F because
I didn't get. I thought it was too
Atlanta
high for
failed him.
Bijan.
Atlanta failed him.
Yeah.
The head coach failed him. Failed him hard. Bijan could have easily been top 10 this year. Easily.
He could
And
have.
they didn't fucking use him.
I also blame Cameron slightly for this pick though, because
It was
I
way
just
too
can't-
early.
with your first round pick, I can't put my faith in. I don't care how fucking good he's supposed to be. Like we knew Bijan was supposed to be a beast, but like I don't care how good he was supposed to fucking be. I can't put my faith
In
in
a rookie.
spending a first round pick on a rookie that you don't know what's going to happen with. And this is exactly what happened. They didn't know how they were going to use him in the offense. I'm sure this
They
year
didn't-
Bijan's going to be great.
Well, they didn't use him at all. That's the problem. If they
Yeah.
would have used him, it would have been a great job.
But putting so much stock into him, banking on him being good and being utilized like instantly is poor decision,
Mhm.
I think, in Cameron's part. I mean, if he was there 3rd round, maybe I'll take Bijan then.
I would have taken him 4th
Yeah.
if he was there. 4th, you got to pick him up.
This year he'll probably go 1st round. But
Well, yeah, with Big Kirko.
I thought it was really early last year to take him at pick 9. I mean, I was kind of contemplating it at pick 10. I was like, do I take Bijan? And then Cameron took him. Like, oh, okay.
Well, all right.
I didn't expect that to happen. So then, I'm gonna So I give Cameron an F on that. What do you guys?
I said F.
Yeah, you
I
said
go
F. Okay, everyone gave him an F. So pick 10.
Get fucked, Cameron.
I got Justin Jefferson. Now there's a caveat to this. This was my keeper. So I picked Justin Jefferson.
Should we even draft keepers? I mean, not draft.
Grade
keepers, because
you can grade them.
Because my next one is a keeper too.
It's true. I think I would give myself a B on this one. Now, if Justin Jefferson would have stayed healthy the whole year, would have been an A, because he was good when he played. He was injured for quite a bit though.
Well, and if Kirk Cousins didn't snap his Achilles.
Yeah, that took a big hit on it too. Jefferson got hurt like shortly after that.
Yeah, like I think the week or maybe 2 weeks after that.
So I would give myself personally a B. What do you guys think?
I'd go B minus.
I'll go B with you.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
That's fair. It could have been a lot better. I'm okay because it was insane value at the time to be like, oh, I can get Justin Jefferson was the number 1 overall pick, like the year before, yeah, and then also he was like in the talks of being number 1 overall this year. He was like top 5, so I'm like, oh, I can get him at 10. Good value. I'll keep him.
Yeah.
But not everything works out. Just like my next pick on the turnaround, I took Garrett Wilson with the first pick in the second round.
Rough.
Rough. No, I know I'm not going to get a good letter grade on this, but there was a vision.
I hear you. I saw your vision.
There was a great vision.
Did not work.
Speak your truth, Jared. Speak your truth.
And that vision shortly became a tough reality when Aaron Rodgers snapped his Achilles in week 1. And then my vision was down the drain. I was in shambles. I was like, fuck, there goes everything. That's my whole season gone.
Well, you just said your letter grade for me, F for fuck.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to give it
I go D.
I'm being generous to myself. I'll give myself a D plus though, because Garrett Wilson wasn't that bad. I forget what he finished as, but he wasn't that bad. It's just that 64. Very early for him. 36. Wide receiver 36. He battled some injuries throughout the year. I feel like he was all right when he played towards the tail end of the season. I'm pretty sure he was pretty good. Fantasy points, like early on, he had 14, 16, and then he gets like the tail end. Well, here you go. You had 17 that week, 20 that week,
9,
15.
5. He's just inconsistent.
Very inconsistent throughout the year.
You know what? Actually, I'll change it. I'll give you a D minus.
And I loved the pick at the time. I thought I got a steal with Garrett Wilson because I was like, oh, Aaron Rodgers is going to make this man a star. He's basically going to give him the Devontae Adams treatment.
Yeah.
Didn't happen because Aaron Rodgers got hurt. And then he never had a consistent quarterback. And then it was all down from there. So I'll give myself a fucking whatever I said. D plus, I think it was. All right.
Not as bad as this next draft.
Yeah.
Next pick.
Ramondre Stevenson from Cameron. I picked 12.
I'll be generous. D minus.
Yeah.
I'll give it a D.
I'm going to give it a D minus.
There's a flat D.
Cameron did not have a very good start to the draft.
Fuck no.
See, my whole thing on this is like, I felt like he got too cute with it at the start.
He thinks he's the shit because he's like, oh, you're going to do it so good. Look at what happened last year. And last year, he actually had some people that did good.
Instead of
he picked it right away.
He got too cute with it. He tried to like do the whole
He tried to be a sleeper.
Yeah, he tried to do the whole insider shit. Like, oh, you guys don't know. I got a perfect plan for this, and like
I can hear him now. Don't worry, guys. I got a perfect plan. It's all gonna work out.
Ramondre's gonna get so much touches this year.
So many touches. He's gonna get RB3 this year.
And that wasn't the case.
Well, no.
Ramondre finished. I'm pretty sure he finished pretty bad this year.
Oh,
I can double check, but he finished.
Yeah, if this
20.
If this puts in
30.
perspective,
35
for Cameron's draft last year. Y'all realize Cameron drafted 6 running backs last year?
Yeah, he was really running back heavy. He took the first 3 rounds. He took Robinson, Stevenson, Mixon, and then round 7, James. Oh, I took James Conner. That was a trade.
It was
but
round 8. He took Alvin Kamara.
Cameron took
Kamara.
He also took Rashid White.
Yeah,
Rashid. I thought it was Rashad.
He was heavy on the running backs.
I don't know English. It might be Rashad. I don't know.
Rashad. And it didn't work out. I never liked that strategy too of going very heavy on running backs in a PPR league, like point per reception, and you want
your
build
biggest
team
ones
around
are
running
quarterback,
backs.
receivers, and running backs.
Yeah.
That's your best bet.
Like receivers have a lot more value in our league because it's PPR. And
But if you get like what I got, fucking CMC puts up 20 points a game.
well, that's the thing. CMC is not your prototypical running back.
That's true. They did use him in a flex spot. He caught. Yeah.
He is used out of the backfield. He is used as a receiving threat. He's a do-it-all guy, and he's just insane. So it makes sense. Like CMC is like the perfect PPR running back, but you got guys like Joe Mixon, who's not really doing a whole lot of receiving work. Bijan, well, it was up in the air. What's going to happen with him? And Ramondre Stevenson was more of a too cute insider pick. So it wasn't great. I forget. I think Cameron finished better than me this year, though, so I can't really shit on him too much. But I had a lot of shit go wrong with injuries and all that. So
yeah,
me too.
Yeah, Josh Allen. Then Mason took at pick 13.
I thought it was a little early for a quarterback. I'm gonna give him a C+.
I did think maybe it was a little early for a quarterback. But I feel like Josh Allen finished pretty high. Didn't he finish as like QB2, 1? Oh, QB1.
This says 1.
Yeah.
I was say, I'm still gonna give Mason an A for that one because, like, I mean, yeah. Aside from being early,
I'm gonna give him B+.
I'm gonna give him an A too.
1 or 2 rounds. Like aside from being early, a round or 2, Josh Allen was a pretty solid QB pickup because he did good this year.
They need to figure out a receiver situation, or else Josh Allen.
Oh, it's true. Josh Allen's gonna fall off as a fantasy quarterback next year.
Yeah.
But I respect the Josh Allen pick this year just because, or from last year, because Mahomes was like the consensus quarterback 1 last year going into the.
It's kind of crazy that Josh Allen finished over.
I think Cameron kept Mahomes last year is what it was though.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Because Mahomes, it was a 5th. No way! Wow, he didn't keep him.
He got him 5th round too. That's
no. Yeah, Mahomes wasn't the keeper for Cameron.
Who did he keep
Cameron's
then?
keeper?
I don't know. I'm trying to locate it.
I thought it was Mahomes, but maybe I was wrong.
I don't think he kept anyone.
Because that's crazy. If he didn't keep Mahomes, I'd have to go back and ask Cameron about that. But I swear to God, he kept Mahomes because Mahomes was not lasting until the 5th round in a normal draft, and he was there. So, like, I think Mason went with the second best quarterback option. It actually turned out to be the first best quarterback option. So,
yeah,
I give it an A. Pick 14. Dalton via Nick picked AJ Brown. I give this pick an A+. You know why? And this is a pick I resent personally and have a lot of regret about because at pick 2-1, I was debating between Garrett Wilson or AJ Brown, and I made the wrong decision.
Well,
you pressed the wrong button.
Couldn't guess.
I know, it's just tough to look back at it and be like, fuck, I could have had AJ Brown. I looked earlier. He finished as the wide receiver 8. And then I watched AJ Brown, like he kind of slowed down towards the end of the year, but he like popped off throughout like the whole early part to the middle of the season. And I'm like, fuck, why did I pick Garrett Wilson and not AJ Brown? And it was shitty. So it was a good pick by Dalton's part though.
I'll give him B+. Actually, no, A-.
A-. Okay. What do you give yourself, Dalton?
I gave myself an A for that one. Yeah. Just because like he was good throughout the whole season.
It's true. Yeah, I would say it was a pretty good pick. So, pick 15, Cooper got CeeDee Lamb. Finished as a wide receiver 1.
That's insane because Dak Prescott's kind of ass.
He didn't have a bad year last year.
So fucking choked in the playoffs.
Oh, like the Cowboys, always do. But
did you see that?
CeeDee Lamb had a good second half.
Did you see that the Packers have always won against the Cowboys in the playoffs?
Really? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they've always won at AT&T Stadium.
We are your daddy. That's crazy.
We own the Cowboys in the playoffs, and we own the Bears regularly.
Pretty much. Not a lot of analysis for the Cooper's pick. You picked the wide receiver 1 in the 2nd round. That's an A+.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, A+.
Not much to negotiate about that. So. Then Greg, as his keeper with pick 16, picked Jamar Chase. Now, I don't remember how Jamar Chase finished, but
I think he did halfway decent.
This says he was wide receiver 11.
13.
Oh, this one has 13. But you might be looking at a different consensus list than us. But
I'm just on the sleeper.
wide receiver 13 in our league. And
I'll give that a solid B.
yeah, I think that's a B. I mean,
because it wasn't really Jamar Chase's fault. He kind of fell off throughout the season because Joe Burrow got hurt.
Yeah, that was a big part of that too, where Joe Burrow got hurt. And
yeah, I'm still pissed off about that draft pick too.
Yeah.
Fucking Joe Burrow at 4.
Right. I think if you keep Jamar Chase in the second round when he typically was probably a first round pick last year, and you get wide receiver 13 production out of him, I think you can live with that. That's decent value. Where it's
the only reason I'm giving him a B is because of Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and getting hurt and everything. So
no, I don't think you'd be over the moon about it, but like you'd be all right with it, you know.
Yeah.
And then pick 17, Dalton. You picked Tyreek Hill as your keeper.
Solid keeper. I'm gonna give him
A plus. I think that's a great pick.
Yeah.
Tyreek. I mean, he's proven what he can do without Mahomes for the second year in a row. So
yeah,
he was crazy. What did Tyreek even finish as?
My team last year.
He was top 5, wide receiver too. So
dude, imagine if we didn't have any receivers and we fucking got Tyreek Hill and Lambo, bro.
That would be insane, dude. With Jordan Love now. Imagine him when we had Aaron Rodgers. That would be a killer combo.
Imagine if we kept. Imagine Tyreek Hill was playing when. When did Tyreek Hill get drafted? Draft class was he like
2017,
17, 18?
Something like that. I'd always a later round draft pick.
Imagine if
from,
we
like,
had
West Alabama.
Adams and Tyreek Hill.
That would have been nuts.
And A-Rod. Oh my Lanta.
That
would have been
killer.
the fucking God Squad. There's no reason we shouldn't have got a fucking Super Bowl with those with that 3.
You know the original reason why Tyreek Hill went to the Dolphins? Because he wanted to go to the Jets, or they had a trade worked out to the Jets, but then the state tax in New York, he didn't want to deal with that.
It's
so he
way
went to Florida.
higher. Yeah.
So then he ended up going
I
to
don't
Miami.
think Florida has any state tax.
No, they don't. Not on like income, right? Don't think so.
No, they don't have any state income tax. Them, Texas, and North or South Dakota don't. I know for sure.
Which people would be surprised how much of an influence that is for. Like,
well, they go by percentages when you get that high up. When it goes to like 20, 30%, you're like, well, fuck that.
Yeah, like free agents, a lot of them will be like, okay, well, I want to go somewhere where
I'm not going to get taxed up the ass. Yeah.
So, but no, it was a good pick.
reason why New York's such a fucking shithole.
Pretty much. Dyson at pick 18 picked Josh Jacobs. I'd give that one
a C.
Yeah, I was gonna say like probably a C or C plus. How did he finish that? I know he didn't finish great.
I'm gonna give it a C minus.
He did.
RB 25. Not what you expect. He was the rushing leader in 2022. So like maybe at the time it was kind of insane value to get Josh Jacobs there. But the Raiders weren't as good this year.
I feel like they had problems with the line. That's why he didn't do good.
There was never really like a good structure there too, because their coach got fired like midway through the year. Then they brought in Antonio Pierce, who was already on the team, as he was like a linebackers coach or something. Now he's a head coach, but not like it matters because now Josh Jacobs is a Packer. So but I would say expect a top 5 finish for Josh Jacobs this year in fantasy. I think with the Packers now, in Matt LaFleur's scheme, with Jordan Love. Behind the Packers' offensive line, Josh Jacobs is going to be top 5 in fantasy this year. Top 5 running back finish. So, Devin at pick 19 picked Jonathan Taylor.
Honestly, at the time, great value.
I don't know. I was on the fence about this one when it happened.
Yeah, because he was hurt the whole year before.
He finished RB 28. He was hurt for a while. The year before I
picked him. Won the year before that, and he got hurt. Like week 1.
That's what it was. You picked him 1-1 the year prior, and then he was shit the whole year.
No, he got hurt, and he was just hurt the whole year.
I thought when he played too, he wasn't great.
Oh, yeah, when he played like shit.
Yeah, and like I remember Devin picking him here at round 2, and I was like, oh, wow, yikes, that's not great. So I'd probably give it like, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because Devin dropped Jonathan Taylor before the season started.
I had him on my roster at one point. I had him in my backups, and then I traded
think
him
I
to
picked
Dyson
him
at one
up.
point.
You might be thinking of the year prior. You're thinking of the year before because
Mhm.
after Devin dropped
He's on
Jonathan
Jared's
Taylor
team
this
right now.
year, I picked up Jonathan Taylor and I got him the whole year, and he
Oh.
was actually kind of decent this year. So
Yeah, he was a good fill player.
if you consider my value for him, like if you include Jonathan Taylor's whole season,
I
not
give
just
him a
on
C
Devin's team,
minus.
I give C plus. I'll give him.
I'll give him a C
He's not bad.
minus. He played better than he did
Give it a
last
D
year.
plus.
Right.
That's for fucking sure.
Yeah.
Oh, pick in the round
All right, Bryce.
20. This one's bittersweet.
Your last pick of the second round.
Yeah,
You went ahead and you picked Aaron
that
Jones
was my keeper,
as your keeper, round 2 value.
and I think he did pretty well. First half of the season, and then he did the thing with his hammy, and he was battling a hamstring injury the whole year.
Yeah, this one I'm kind of on the fence about because, like, he was very good when he played, but when he didn't play a whole lot because he was injured.
Yeah,
So
I am gonna give it a B minus.
I was just gonna say B minus. I think middle of the road B minus is like an
Yeah.
okay
Yeah.
value for
Just above average.
is okay for Aaron Jones there because he
He had a great year the year before. Didn't get
Yeah.
hurt at all the year before.
was a vital part of the offense when he was out there.
Yep.
But now injured, it makes it kind of tough, and now he's with the Vikings, so I'm interested to see what he does this year. But
Yeah, it's still pissed off about that jersey.
it's tough. That's real tough. Just got to try to get someone else to wear 33 on the Packers, and then he can put some duct tape over the Jones name.
I'll put whoever it is this year. I'll put just put not even duct tape. I'll put a white piece of tape over it.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll just put in Sharpie.
Yeah,
Whoever it is.
yeah. You got to
I'm
find
gonna
out.
start doing that with all my jerseys.
Yeah, do that with some of your Panthers jerseys. There you go. Did you have a Cam Newton one, right?
Right now all I have is a Newton.
Do you have a
I have
McCaffrey
a
one?
McCaffrey jersey. Yep.
Yeah.
From Panthers, and I'm trying to get a McCaffrey for the 49ers. McCaffrey's still like top running back in my book.
McCaffrey guy.
It's
Yeah.
like
I should
That's
player wise,
McCaffrey
I like
jersey.
McCaffrey.
Yeah.
So I want his 49ers one, and then I have Hill's jersey.
Oh, it's true. You got the Miami Dolphins Tyreek Hill jersey.
No, you don't know what jersey I should have bought instead of Jones.
What?
Joe Burrow's jersey. I could
That
have
would
got
be
it for
sick.
dirt cheap last season in the White Tiger.
You coulda. That would have been a good idea.
Maybe I'll look at that this year.
Right. I'm thinking maybe I should get a Josh Jacobs jersey this year. It's not a good idea to ever buy a running backs jersey, but I already did it once.
Especially the first year.
I almost thought
like, look at me. I thought Jones was going to be here for life. You know, he'd already
Yeah.
been here for how many years? And then,
Right.
no,
I
fuck you.
think he'd be sick with his number 8 that he's gonna have, like that, and the 50s throwback one with like the yellow numbers.
Acme
and the-
Packers, yeah.
That'd be kind of sick. So I don't know. Maybe I'll have to think about it. But I got the AJ Dillon jersey that I thought was gonna be a waste like a couple of weeks ago because I was like, I don't think the Packers are gonna re-sign him, and they
Well, you
did.
didn't for a little bit, and now we did.
Yeah, they brought him back and on a cheap deal too. So it ended
running
up
backs are
working
one of
out.
those weird things. Like, I was listening to the talk shows on it. It's like running backs just don't get paid anymore. You can't
No.
pay them as much because
They're not valued.
they're not as valued anymore. Like CMC is an animal on his own, so you have to pay him.
Right.
And that's what they're saying. They're like, when you get a guy like CMC, there's no doubt you have to pay him because he can be a receiver. He can be a tight end for all you want. You know,
Yeah.
he can fill every position that you need to.
Exactly.
But like Aaron Jones, you know, top 5 running back, this year. Pretty sure he's
Yeah.
top 5. And, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, he runs the ball, but like if we're not running the ball good, you can throw it maybe a short pass to him, but he can't run receiver routes.
Yeah, he was okay in the receiving game, I thought, but like he's just not on the level of like CMC where you feel comfortable shelling out a lot of money to him.
Yeah.
And like running backs have such a short shelf life where a lot of
Like-
them are only good for a few years.
Like Derrick Henry's gotten pretty lucky with his shelf life. It's
Yeah.
actually been pretty insane.
Yeah, he's like one of the few outliers where he's been consistently good for a long time. Like think of Le'Veon Bell, like he was really good for a short couple of years and then he kind of fell off.
Yeah, pretty fast.
After he got paid by like the Jets, he fell off and he was not very good.
Yeah.
Damian Pierce was just good for like his rookie season, and then last year he kind of fell off.
Look at here's not an older one, but kind of an old one. Adrian Peterson.
Peterson was good though for a while.
He
I feel
did
like he
good
was one
for-
of those outliers.
He was one of the outliers, but then once he started to do bad, it went downhill really
Once
fast.
he got off the Vikings, then that was
it
all
went
downhill
downhill fast.
Todd Gurley's another good example of a
Oh
guy.
my god.
Another good
Todd
example of
Gurley,
a guy with a
goddamn
short shelf
animal.
life. His prime was so good, and then he fell off. Devonta Freeman too. He used to be on the Falcons.
Eddie Lacy?
Eddie Lacy too is a great example
Oh
of
my
that.
god.
In his prime, Eddie Lacy was great.
Dude, I still have an Eddie Lacy jersey.
Cheeseburger Eddie, and then
Cheeseburger Eddie.
he just fell off, just like that. You know,
I didn't care that he was
too
fat,
much
man.
double doubles.
I didn't care that he was fat, dude. He would run the football just fine.
Yeah,
Get him in the strength and conditioning. If he had the conditioning for it, why care? If he could go, run the mile time or whatever, or do the amount of sprints you need him to do, let him be fat. Let him be fat and happy.
but was he able to do that though?
Well, clearly not.
Yeah, that's probably
He
why
didn't
they
care.
didn't want to keep him. He didn't have the desire and
Well, he made his money. He's
the
like,
drive
fuck it.
to do that. You know,
He's like, I made my money. I'm just gonna eat my bacon McDoubles.
I kind of respect that. Be like, oh fuck it, I made my money. I'm done.
Yeah, fuck this shithole. I'm not staying here in this cold.
He never won a Super Bowl ring though, which kind of sucks.
Where
It's
did
one
he
of those
go
things
after
where
the
like
Packers?
I
Or
think
did
he
he
was with the
just stop?
Seahawks for a little bit, and then
Oh yeah, and then he kind of just like
I don't know what
stopped.
happened to him after that. I think he just quit football. He was like, all right, well, I'm done.
Yeah, I made my millions of dollars.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
Yeah.
he made just as much as someone with a Super Bowl ring. So
yeah, that's true. I think that when you're in the NFL, the two goals are to
Make money and win a Super Bowl.
win a Super Bowl and make a fuck ton of money.
Well, you're already making a fuck ton of money if you're a starting lineup. So
Yeah, and I think you're happy if you do at least one of the two. So, is what it is.
I
Yeah,
mean,
to say
people
that
get
you
out of the
played
NFL and
on
still do
you started on an NFL team for even 2 years or a year, even
Yeah.
if the team was shitty, it's still insane.
Well, just anyone
Mhm.
talking about how they played on played for a football team like the NFL, that's kind of cool to
Yeah,
hear about.
I played for, say it was a backup for some backup lineman when the Steelers won the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
And you'd be like, yeah, I filled in for the left tackle when he got injured, or whatever. I'm just making an
Right.
example. I don't know if the left tackle got injured that year, but say you filled in for left tackle for the last half of the year,
yeah.
it's still something like you can be fucking like,
Yeah.
holy shit, yeah.
There's a lot of fame and notoriety to that. Like one of my coworkers, or one of my older coworkers, he said that he lives on the same street as a guy who has a Super Bowl ring from the Steelers because he was on the practice squad and he got a Super Bowl ring. And even just the fact that he feels the need to tell me that's not like a diss of you feel the need to tell me that. That's
It's
cool.
still cool.
It's just the fact that he
somebody
played
who owns a Super Bowl ring.
in the NFL, has a Super Bowl ring, is cool.
Yeah.
And you feel like you need to tell someone that is a cool thing, which is true. It is
Yeah.
cool. I'd be like,
It's not like, yeah, I got my neighbor Pete. He's got a fucking Super Bowl ring,
Yeah.
you fucking loser.
right.
He's
If
not like that. He's just
I would
like,
do the same thing in his situation of if you're just talking about someone and then you
yeah,
talk about
yeah,
football.
no,
I'd be
I got my neighbor actually. The cool fact about him is he's on the Steelers when they won the Super Bowl on the
Yeah,
practice squad, and he got one of them Super Bowl rings.
oh, your cousin likes the Steelers. Funny enough, my neighbor, and then
my
it just goes
neighbor
from
was
there.
on the winning year, the practice squad that year, and when they won the
This
Super
is
Bowl.
something nice to drop in there every now and then. So
Yeah.
I respect it. I like
Well,
it.
I know, I think it's Jake Witt, if I remember correctly. He's playing for the Indianapolis Colts now, and he's from Upper Michigan.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of dope.
I'm gonna double check. I'm pretty sure it's Jake Witt.
All right, you double check that
I'm
quick,
gonna double
Bryce.
check that. Yeah.
But what I will let the people know is that the Cheap Seats podcast is powered by Rogue Energy, the ultimate energy drink. 0 sugars, 0 fillers, 5 calories, and loaded with brain-enhancing nootropics at optimal levels. Go to rogueenergy.com and use the code HEARTCOUNT, Dalton. That's HEARTCOUnt. That's HEARTCOUnt.
How do you spell that?
For 10% off. That's HARDCOUNT, hard count. No heroes, just the hard count for 10% off.
That's hard
and-
count.
Oh,
Get
Jake
yourself some rain. Get yourself some fucking
Witt.
strawberry
he-
burst.
He's drafted by the Colts.
You like it when I burst?
I
Yo,
don't
hey,
remember-
hold up.
Do you want me to strawberry
Children
burst
watch
everywhere?
this.
I don't remember which round he was drafted in.
Are you
but
more
he-
of a strawberry burst or a tropical breeze guy? or cherry
Hey,
blade lemonade. That one's actually pretty fire. The cherry blade lemonade's good.
I haven't tried any of them yet. They're not. I haven't found any in this
Well,
area.
so we'll have to one day if you come back, we'll have to get some Rogue for you to try.
If I ever get the time to come home.
Yeah, one day. You find out any information yet, Bryce?
Yeah, it's Jake Witt. He plays for the Colts. I'm trying to remember
What position is he?
height and I
Left bench,
believe
long snapper,
he is a bench player right now, but
water boy.
he's
That's my position, water boy.
I'm trying to remember. Well, he started out
Quaddy.
playing at
My
H2O.
position is fan.
he
Just
started
in the
playing out
bleachers.
at
Really?
MU,
Mine's bench
a
warmer.
little D3 college, and then he got drafted from them. Like they're like, oh
Wow, out of a D3 school?
yeah, well,
It's got to be pretty rare for people to get
D3. I don't
drafted
remember.
out of D2, D3 schools. I mean, that doesn't always happen, so it's pretty neat.
Well, he's like a superstar in Upper Michigan now because he plays for the Colts, and he's one of probably 3 people from Upper Michigan, like maybe 4, actually probably 5
Yeah.
to go. And you know what, little topper here. I don't know if my coach ever listens to this, but my football coach, my head coach, Paul Jacobson,
Shut up.
shout out to my coach. He was gonna go to the NFL.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's dope.
and he actually tore his neck up. I don't remember if he said it was in like right before he got drafted or something.
That
or,
sucks.
Yeah, right before the draft. I think he said the year before he tore his neck up and he messed his neck up and he just couldn't like play football anymore.
Damn. That's
but
sad.
he was gonna get I don't remember where he said. I think he said to the Commanders, maybe. I mean, not the Commanders, the Redskins, maybe. I don't remember, but I remember he said he was looking at going somewhere.
Neat.
So shout out to my coach, Coach Jay, if you're listening to this.
There you go.
I surprised you are wholeheartedly. I really am, because we didn't blow up yet, but hopefully this clip makes its way to him some way or another.
There you go. Through the passage
But
of
yourself,
the
grapevine?
internet.
send it to
Yeah.
him.
Right.
No, I'm not that much of a nerd.
Straight up send it to him.
Hey, Coach, I put you in my podcast.
Coach, look, I gave you a shout out on my podcast.
It's been 3 years since I've been in high school.
First time back in contact with them.
Hey, Coach,
3 years.
put you on my podcast.
Coach, look, I talked about you on my podcast.
Yeah.
Look.
Don't worry, Coach. I didn't forget about you.
Coach, can you please share it? Can you share it?
Yeah, you always share it and like spread it all over UP so we can get some fans.
Yeah. Jesus H.
Can you please like and subscribe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, subscribe, buy some Rogue Energy.
Please. Anything? Do. Please. Spend money. Do something for us. I don't know.
I take Venmo. No.
Bryce is actually just going to wear a shirt next week with his Venmo
take
on
that.
the shirt.
It's just the
like,
QR code and everybody's just it's just gonna be my Venmo.
spend now. Spend now. Yeah.
No,
So that's
I'm not that desperate.
that's pretty much it. Draft episodes next week. Mock draft.
Oh shit.
So better hit the books, do some research. I actually need to do a little bit of research
never-
myself
How are
too.
we doing that? Are we gonna actually go through and draft each player, or
Like we did last year. Where like you remember how me and Cameron did it last year? Where first round we each went through and made a pick like say us 3 were doing it by random selection. Say you make the first pick, Dahl makes the second pick, I make the third pick, then you'd make the fourth pick, then
Oh, okay.
for each of the teams. So you're playing GM for like a handful of teams. So if you were the Bears and you're like, oh, who am I gonna pick? You're probably gonna pick Caleb Williams, I would imagine.
There's an updated one where Drake May is gonna go to the Bears.
I can't believe people are still pushing that shit right now. Drake May, he's not going number 1 overall, but dude's not. He's good, but he's not that good. Like
I'd prefer him over Caleb Williams.
I swear to God, if you pick Drake May first overall next week, actually, you might not even get first overall. It's gonna be random, and we don't know who's gonna be here for that, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Hey,
So-
are we taking bets? Who is Nick gonna show up to the episode next week?
Fuck no.
No, he ain't gonna be there.
Well, yeah,
It wasn't in the last one, was he? He joined late. Doesn't count.
See, the issue is he can't join late next week
draft.
and start
No,
talking
he has to
because
be
we already
here
got
right
the
away.
order set. So I'm gonna say no
I'm gonna say no as well.
because he won't be on time.
Yeah.
So
I'm going no.
alrighty, that's it. We'll wrap her up and get out of here. Goodbye.
See ya.